No one is buying this golf club brand new or second hand. Very rarely do I get to recommend a golf club that is widely accessible, brand new, yet affordable, and widely accessible second hand, and even more affordable. The best bit is I've hit it a few times and I really like it. And straight from the get-go, here's a revolutionary thing that we're seeing. The loft is stamped onto the iron. So if you went and got fitted after these and you asked, what loft is this 7-iron? And it's the same loft as the 6-iron in your current set. Well, no wonder it's going another 15 yards further. If you're wondering why you're seeing particularly weird shots around the green and approaches, I've only got the 7-iron in this particular model, and it's a demo one at that. And this is what inspired the whole video right from the get-go, as the biggest downfall of the second-hand custom fitting studio, when we do get it up and running, is I fit you into the perfect 5-year-old model of whatever, X, Y, and Z, but now we have to go and find it, whether it's on eBay or old stock, whatever it might be. But what happens if I come up with underrated brands over the last 2 years where there's bountiful stock, $399, you can still get this online, just under 2 years old, 5 to pitch and wedge, and I can fit it into graphite or steel, and there's many people that just can't get rid of the things. And for future me, well, that's going to be a brilliant problem to have, isn't it? Now at 30 degrees and the head design, this thing is a monster. Super forgiving, super high launching, not necessarily on the control aspect of the grid. That being said, it's a big bonus because you don't need to be club fitted for it. And what I mean by that is not down to the static fitting, i.e. the lie and length, but more the club head speed. Looking at these, you will be hitting your 7-iron 120 yards and looking for a bit more help and forgiveness. If you need stiff flex steel, these things are too big and chunky for you. Red graphite, red steel is the perfect option, and potentially that's why I don't think you need club fitting for them, is the majority of people that are looking for this club are going to fit in one of those two categories. But on the extremely rare occasion where I am wrong, and that doesn't happen often, I only suggest golf clubs to you guys that if you don't get on with them, you're not going to lose out a million miles. You've got two options, brand new 399, 5 to pitch and wedge, or even seen 329, 6 to pitch and wedge, which would be potentially a great option for a lot of you golfers that only hit the 7-iron 110 or 120 yards, or you got a lower entry point at 250, and for those brand new players that bought them, trusted me, and now want nothing to do with me, you will still be able to sell these irons for 250, 270 pounds like I'm showing you here on the right hand side. So let me show you what my underrated option is. The Cleveland Utility Hollow UHX launcher. Cleveland, in terms of irons, is seriously underrated from the get-go. Now everyone loves a Cleveland wedge. I'm a big fan of the Cleveland wedge, there's no question about it, but when it comes to irons, they just can't sell them. And for a lot of you beginners out there that want something chunky, offset, as you can see here, filling you with confidence when you stand over the golf ball, if this had a tailor-made Ping Callaway logo strapped on the back of it, we're talking 2 years ago, guys, so we're talking Maverick irons, we're talking tailor-made sim irons. In the second-hand market, you're not getting those for anything cheaper than $450, $500 second-hand, let alone you're able to pick these up comfortably $399 brand new. There's very rare occasions I'm able to do this and suggest a club to you guys that you can widely get this available brand new second hand, and both are reasonable. Normally I'm talking about a great value iron that retailed at $1,200 and now is worth $300, or something that retailed at $400 and no one wants to buy it second hand because they've never heard of the thing. Now in the past, typically Cleveland have come out with quite dull and boring models of their forgiving irons, and I'll show you some examples here. And let's be honest, when it comes to technology in the year 2022, all we can really go on is aesthetics, feel and sound. I feel like they've solved the aesthetics with this. The hollow design, a bit of a split set as you go lower down, and I'll show you the versions of that. The other con, which you should be aware of with this model, is it sounds incredibly clicky. Unlike the other hollow designs I've tried in the past, for example Ping i500, TaylorMade P790, you get that hollow body design, players looking effects, sleek, aesthetically pleasing, and they sound soft and buttery off the face. face, which is incredibly rare and hard to do. These Cleveland UHXs sound a bit like a frying pan, which is a shame, but that doesn't mean that they're bad performing. It just means that the feel and sound of the face doesn't quite live up to the performance that it gives. However, if you're looking for any more downsides of this iron for the price aspect, there is none. You're getting a very decent shaft in the head, you're getting a very decent lambkin grip, and you're getting a very decent head design that a lot of golfers are dying for in terms of the forgiveness category. But this is for the slower swing speed player, and that's fine. But the way they're designed, you will need to fill in the bottom end of the bag with some quite chunky wedges, otherwise you're going to leave yourself an incredibly large gap. If you have a 52 Vokey at the bottom and you have the version of this in terms of a pitching wedge, but Cleveland does solve this, as it has got those very high bounce wedges that they produce. But Cleveland, being known for their wedges, and especially over the last couple of years in the second-hand market, they are going to be quite difficult to find in terms of a bargain, well, compared to the iron counterparts. I do want to close out this video saying that Cleveland irons through the generations of the last 10 years do produce some great forgiving irons. So if you've got a budget of £100, £150, Cleveland is something worth typing in on eBay. And trust me, if it's a cavity back with a steel shaft and a grip, take my word for it, it's great value for money. If you like this review of my underrated brand that's only come out in 2 years, you might like this one up here on the right hand side. Catch you guys later.